Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a Walmart is offering sensory hours for customers to make some everyday tasks easier. And the Osborne Brothers Hometown Festival started yesterday, which plans on honoring Bobby Osborne during the festivities.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Kelfie. The time is 6 a.m. on August 3rd. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your rainy forecast this morning. We're definitely feeling it here in the studio. Yeah. Everyone's talking about how we're a little sleepier this morning than usual.
I'm dragging today. I mean, it's rough today.
Need extra energy today.
Exactly. I've even got my caffeinated water and it's not doing much over here at all. But anyway, this morning it's dreary out there, so be ready to have a back and forth type morning. Some heavier pockets of rain are moving in. Let's take you to live pinpoint Doppler radar. We're tracking those basically back over into parts of central Kentucky, E-Town, down toward Glasgow, down in south central Kentucky, Campbellsville, Columbia, Bardstown. Coming out of Louisville way, there's some also electricity with those storms, some lightning bolts there near Lebanon and Campbellsville this morning, so just be aware of that. Somerset's the closest camera we have out there where you can actually see town. Lake Cumberland, we can see it, but it's not a real good shot this early in the morning. But again, you see some wet roads down there, more rain coming your way here in the next little bit. 70 there, 70 Monticello, 70 Middlesboro. Temperatures dropping so slightly there, and then we're down to 72 in Jacksboro. Low 60s in Wise, but most spots in the mid to upper 60s out there this morning. Region-wide, 84 right now. Little Rock, 80 Memphis, 70 Peoria there, 72 Paducah, 75 in Knoxville, and then in the 60s back over toward Roanoke and Norfolk this morning. Breakdown for today, rain. Keep your rain gear handy. You'll probably need it off and on throughout the day, especially as we head through the morning hours into the early afternoon. Then it should become more scattered later in the day, but I think that cloud cover sticks around and the rain chances stay with us through the night. Only 75 for a daytime high. Average high this time of the year, 85 degrees. Olivia.
Thank you, Brandon. Having sensory processing issues can make running errands not as simple as they may seem. WYMT's Keaton Hall spoke with a local Walmart manager about their new sensory-friendly hours.
Between the sights, sounds, and smells, a trip to the store can be a sensory overload for some. Now, Walmarts around our region are taking part in offering sensory-friendly hours every Saturday.
Walmart's recognized that there's a customer out there, that may be shopping with sensory disabilities, and they want to do something about that.
Kevin Wright with the Whitesburg Walmart says it's important they take the needs of their customers with autism and sensory processing disorders into account, especially as many parents are doing back-to-school shopping with their kids.
For the remainder of this month, and since July 8th, from 8 to 10 on every Saturday, we're going to be dimming the lights and turning our music down.
In addition to that, Walmarts around the area are also displaying static images on their televisions or turning them off completely.
This is a corporate initiative, so I'm going to make sure I push it up and I'll sing the praises and let them know exactly, the positive feedback that we're getting here as well.
And Wright says, although limited, the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive.
So from them, it's been a positive thing, to be able to come in here, to have an atmosphere, where they're feeling welcome and able to shop just like anybody else can.
The sensory-friendly hours are every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. at most Walmarts. In Letcher County, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Wright says although the sensory-friendly hours are set to end after this month, he hopes Walmart Corporate continues to offer them in the future. Yesterday, the kids in one apartment complex were able to beat the heat with a local fire department. The West Knox Volunteer Fire and Rescue visited Corbin Manor Apartments to provide a splash pad to the children in the complex and provide free meals as well. Captain Sean Rogers with West Knox Fire Rescue says not only does this bring joy, but also educates the children on what they do for the community.
We're giving away free food today for the children as well. There's a lot of children that may not have a lot to eat, so this may be a real blessing for them. And it also, teaches them a little bit about what we do as a fire department and how we affect the community as a whole.
Roger also says that they typically try to do a few of these before the start of the school year to give children one last summer activity, and it also brings awareness to what the fire department does on a daily basis. The Osborne Brothers Hometown Festival is underway, and organizers are planning to honor many who have made an impact in Leslie County. The festival started with a gospel music show last night and will continue with bluegrass music the rest of the week. Bobby Osborne, who recently died, will be honored during the festivities. Festival producer Dean Osborne says Bobby's influence on bands makes the event even more appealing to them.
They're all dear friends of ours. We've had some bands work for us 15, 20 years. And having the opportunity to come back to the hometown of a band that it was a big influence or a big part of your development in life is real appealing to bands.
All proceeds from the event will go towards local volunteer fire departments. Louisa is showing off the region in a new way this summer as a movie is being made there. It's called Ghost of the Big Sandy and follows children who recently moved to the area. The kids pick up the hobby of ghost hunting and discover some big secrets about the town. WYMT's Madison Carmouche was on the set yesterday.
Marcia Sloan is a producer on Ghost of the Big Sandy. She says that after becoming friends with the author of the book, they began plans to turn it into a movie.
And so as I started working on this project, I thought, wow, why not bring that industry here? Why not let people here not have to do all the traveling that we did?
Justin Prince is an assistant director who has been working towards getting the project up and running for the past 2 years. He says that as an educator, it's important to him to create this opportunity.
I think the biggest thing is that it just gives them something that they can see that's tangible, that they can look at and know that stuff is being made around here and there are other people with those interests in our area.
The cast and crew says they are excited to be a part of a project that can shed positive light on Appalachia.
Which I think is also important for the people of Appalachia, not only because you get to stay local and tell the story where the actual locations are, but for the people who aren't even interested in film but just want to see their area and their neighborhood portrayed in a positive light.
Sloan says that she hopes the doors this project opened will encourage others to do their film projects locally. In Lawrence County, Madison Carmouche, WYMT Mountain News.
The movie's filming will end this week, but the editing phase is expected to take around 6 months. Sloan says that once the movie is completed, they will have private showings before they decide how they will distribute the movie. One Pike County family is asking for help for a hurt horse that is bringing their community together. Warrior, named by Tracy and Kylie Farrell, was found on a strip mine in the area with one dangling leg and broken. The family brought him home to treat his wounds and is now working to find someone who will perform surgery on his legs so he can move forward with a prosthetic.
I figured he was in really bad shape, that he needed to be caught, put down. But after we caught him and brought him home, he tries to buck on 3 little legs. He's all over the place. He eats good. He's probably gained 15, 20 pounds since he's been here. He's a little miracle.
You can find a link to Warrior's journey on our website.
.09 here on this soggy Thursday morning. We continue to watch the rain train on the last 6-hour loop there on the satellite and radar. You can see some pockets of heavy rain already moved through, more on the way in. And the rain train is the best way to put it because you can basically see all the way back out towards St. Louis and even parts of central Missouri. More rain coming in there, heading toward Paducah, heading toward Bowling Green, heading toward us here in the mountains. Pine Mountain right now, Whitesburg Mountain, US 119. Temperatures in the mid-60s up there right now. Some low 70s back out toward the western parts of the area. That is not going to last. We'll drop a little bit more and then we'll slowly climb into the mid-70s for most today. Dew points are still high, so it's air you can wear out there still this morning, and that will be the case today until that front passes through. Rain chances all day long. Keep your rain gear handy. Again, highs only in the mid-70s. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, in a presidential race that is heating up, only one Republican candidate has announced an economic plan for their could-be term in the White House.